Welcome to the University Credit Union Center. The ceremony will begin shortly. Guests and graduates, please take your seats. Once the ceremony begins, out of the courtesy to the graduates, please silence all cell phones. We ask that all guests and graduates remain seated until the conclusion of the ceremony. Professional photographers will capture your graduates on stage. Please note, there are designated guest photo areas located in the east and west press boxes. Please take a moment to locate the exit nearest to you. In the unlikely event of a fire alarm or other emergency, please leave through that exit. Thank you for coming and enjoy the ceremony.
Good morning and welcome to the 44th commencement of the UC Davis Graduate School of Management. My name is Stephanie Young-Burkle, Senior Assistant Dean of Student Affairs. On behalf of the Graduate School of Management, thank you for joining us as we mark this important milestone. We are especially grateful to the friends, families, faculty, and staff whose support and encouragement have helped our graduates reach this moment. We gather this morning to recognize those earning the Master of Management, Master of Science and Business Analytics, Master of Professional Accountancy, and Master of Business Administration degrees. Their accomplishments are a testament to their hard work, resilience, and determination. This achievement marks not only the completion of a course of study, but also the beginning of new opportunities to lead, innovate, and make a meaningful impact. Before we begin, I would like to share a few details about the ceremony. The academic procession will be led by our commencement marshal, Professor Mike Palazzolo. Degrees will be conferred by Provost Mary Krogan. Each graduate will cross the stage and be individually recognized. Professional photographs will be taken by ProPics. Today's ceremony is being live streamed and a recording will be available on the GSM YouTube channel. An electronic version of the program may be accessed using the QR code printed on your fan. We ask for your help in creating a positive experience for everyone. Please silence your cell phones, remain seated during the ceremony, and keep the aisles clear. Actions that prevent speakers from being heard, block cameras or views of the stage, or impede graduates as they cross the stage are not permitted. We also ask that you remain for the full ceremony in support of all our graduates, ensuring that each receives the recognition they have earned. Let us celebrate this occasion in the spirit of respect and community that defines UC Davis. Thank you again for joining us and for your support of our graduates. As we prepare to begin today's ceremony, please join me in congratulating the class of 2026.
2026 Commencement Convocation of the Graduate School of Management at the University of California, Davis is assembled. Will the audience please rise and remain standing for the singing of the national anthem?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated. Please join me in thanking Helena Burbrower for leading us in singing the national anthem. As the faculty marshal of the commencement ceremony, I declare this ceremony to be officially opened. I would like to ask that you pause and reflect as we acknowledge the land. This ceremony is being held in the University Credit Union Center on the Davis campus, which sits on Patwin tribal lands.
We should take a moment to acknowledge the land on which we are gathered.
For thousands of years, this land has been the home of Patwin people.
Today, there are 3 federally recognized Patwin tribes:
Cachel-Dihi Band of Wintun Indians of the Calusa Indian Community,
Quetzal-Dihi Wintun Nation,
And the Yocha-Dihi Wintun Nation.
The Patwin people have remained committed to the stewardship of this land over many centuries.
It has been cherished and protected as elders have instructed the young through generations.
We're honored and grateful to be here today
on their traditional lands.
It is now my pleasure to welcome H. Rao Unava, Michael and Joelle Hurlston Dean.
Good morning, and it's my pleasure to welcome you all to the UC Davis Graduate School of Management 2026 Commencement Ceremony. With me on stage are members of the university's leadership, fellow deans, and distinguished professors to join in this celebration. Mary Krogan, Provost and Executive Vice Chancellor. Mike Palazzolo, Associate Professor of Marketing and Ceremony Marshal. Jean-Pierre Delplanque, Vice Provost and Dean, Grad Studies. Dana Allen, Assistant Vice Chancellor and Executive Director, Cal Aggie Alumni Association. Susan Murin, Dean, School of Medicine. Joseph Chen, Professor and Associate Dean of Programs and Curriculum, Graduate School of Management. Hemant Bhargava, Associate Dean and Professor of Management, Graduate School of Management. Ted Reiterman, Graduate School of Management, Alumni Association President. And our class of 2026 speakers, Hitesh Bali, full-time Master of Business Administration. Mia Hildebrand, Master of Professional Accountancy. And Shruthi Khurana, Master of Science in Business Analytics. Next, I would like to acknowledge our world-renowned faculty members who have invested so much in the education of our students. Will the faculty members seated with our graduates please stand when I announce your name? Ed Onheider, Carrie Beam, Jenny Chang, Rachel Chen, Vanessa Aracade, Stephen Garcia, Andy Hargadan, Prasad Naik, Shinle Lee, Elizabeth Ponticus, Mehul Rangwala, Aying Seng, Vasu Unava, Catherine Yang, Kier Yang, and Helen Zhang. Thank you all. Please be seated. And I want to acknowledge the hard work of the staff who devoted their time and energy to ensure that this commencement ceremony is an enjoyable occasion for the students and their guests. Please join us in a round of applause to thank all of our staff. And again, good morning. Let me begin by congratulating the class of 2026. And a big thanks to all of the families and friends who have gathered here to celebrate the graduates. Your support is greatly appreciated by all the graduates, and we're glad you're here. Graduates, you have worked hard through a challenging curriculum and have reached the end of this journey. You're ready to begin another one. A journey that will continue to challenge you, will almost never be a straight line, and like every road you take, will have great scenery and occasional potholes. The journey will be long, with the occasional detour and changing climate conditions, but you've been trained to drive to whatever destination you've picked for yourself. There are three things I want to share with you today. First, please believe me when I say that careers are built over a lifetime, not in the short term. So there are no shortcuts to arrive at your destination, and if you find any, try to avoid them. There is really no substitute for a career that's built through hard work and continuous learning. When a new bamboo division is planted, for the first 2 years, the plant focuses its energy on spreading a dense, robust network of underground roots. When the roots are firmly established, new bamboo shoots come up, reaching their maximum height quickly. Consistent watering and regular feeding during the first several years is needed for the shoots to emerge and reach their potential. So do not be distracted by anything but your own growth during the next several years. Understand that growth may not be visible outside, just like the small and spindly shoots during the first years of a bamboo plant. But the real growth is happening in the root system. That's how great careers are built. As Ralph Waldo Emerson said, adopt the pace of nature. Her secret is patience. Second, as you make progress, make sure you deserve before you desire. There will be times when you want a particular opportunity or the promotion. You will face situations where someone else is making faster progress than you in their careers, or you may feel your career has stalled. Remember, this comparison with others is often biased. Psychologists use the term actor-observer bias to describe how you feel you deserve something more than others like you. You're more likely to defend your shortcomings while criticizing others' deficiencies. I was recently forwarded a message that said, "Isn't it interesting that when we evaluate our own actions, we act like lawyers, but when we evaluate others' actions, we act like judges?" Take a step back and evaluate yourself from an observer perspective than an actor's perspective. When that observer tells you that you deserve something, then ask for it. And finally, let nothing disrupt the positive attitude you bring to the workplace. Not only does a positive attitude help you with your work, it will affect everyone around you. Studies at Oxford University and Wharton School have shown increased productivity when employees exhibit positive attitude. So that's advantage number one for you if you have a positive attitude. Second, positive psychology researcher Michelle Guyland found that positive employees are 40% more likely to receive a promotion within a single year compared to their pessimistic peers. Another longitudinal study done by Wharton, Fuqua, and Yale Business Schools focused on their MBA graduates and the first 2 years of success. They found the same result. Positive individuals were promoted faster than others. You will face challenges. There are those fellow employees who try to drag you down with them, some customers who blame you for their problems, a few subordinates who complain that you are unfair, and some superiors who try to shift their failures onto you. Expect all these things, but navigate through these obstacles while maintaining a positive attitude. The first point I made about patience will help you surmount these barriers. The second point I made about deserving something will become a reality when you surmount these barriers. And no one likes to hurt someone who is positive. So those barriers will become smaller as you grow at work. As one of my friends once advised me, the world is a camera. Keep smiling. Graduates, thank you all for giving the Graduate School of Management the opportunity to share your educational journey with us. While times seem tough, you are well trained to adapt to the changing times and achieve success. If history is any indication, it is in your destiny to do well in life. You are the last class that I will be bidding farewell to as the Dean of the Graduate School of Management. My sincere thanks to the faculty, staff, alumni, and our advisory council members for guiding me through the last 10 years. And last but not the least, my highest respect and gratitude to our Provost Krogan and Chancellor May for their support throughout the journey. I wish you all the very best. Thank you. It is now my pleasure to introduce our Provost. Mary Krogan joined UC Davis as its Provost and Executive Vice Chancellor in July 2020. She has decades of experience as an administrator and a faculty member, including 30 years with the UC San Francisco School of Medicine and as chair of the UC System-Wide Academic Senate. She is a member of the American Academy of Arts and Sciences, which was founded in 1780 and remains one of the nation's most prestigious honorary societies. Provost Krogan earned a Bachelor of Science degree in Community Health at UC Davis and a PhD in epidemiology at the Johns Hopkins University School of Hygiene and Public Health. Please welcome Provost Mary Krogan.
Good morning, and welcome to this celebration of the class of 2026. In addition to congratulating our graduates, I want to acknowledge the guests who are here to celebrate with you, your loved ones and friends, as well as our faculty and staff, are here today to mark this significant achievement in your life. We are all so proud to share this moment with you and to recognize your incredible accomplishments. As you close this chapter, I want to provide you with a few pieces of advice from one Aggie to another. Number one, it's okay if your career path is not linear. Things may not turn out exactly like you expect, so please be open to the opportunities that lie ahead. Looking back on my own career, I can appreciate that if both positive and negative things had not happened, I would not be doing what I love, serving as UC Davis Provost and celebrating your accomplishments with you today. Every turn and every risk I took gave me opportunities to learn, and they all prepared me for this role, which is truly my dream job. Sometimes it's as simple as discovering what we want to do and what we don't want to do. Number 2, advice you may recognize from Ted Lasso. Be curious, not judgmental. Life gives us so many opportunities to develop empathy and compassion. We often don't know what others are experiencing. It could be the loss of a loved one, a long-term illness, or difficulties at work or in a relationship. Compassion is one of the greatest gifts that you can give to someone. Number 3, be a champion for the success of other people. Mentor and advocate for others, because no one achieves success alone. You had help to get where you are today, and you can be the person to make a difference for others. And this is often referred to as paying it forward. Finally, number 4, keep striving to be the best version of yourself. Commit to being a lifelong learner and seek out ways to have a positive impact on the lives of others. And speaking of positive impact, I want to recognize someone who has had an incredibly positive impact on our students, our faculty, the Graduate School of Management, and UC Davis over the last 10 years. That person is GSM's Dean, Rao Unava. He will step down from his leadership role at the end of this year, well, end of this month, this academic year, to return to teaching and to do some work with our Institute on Innovation on Food and Health. Rao is an innovative and creative leader and a very humble person. He might have slipped off the stage to avoid public recognition if he had known that I planned to speak about him today. But thanks to the collaborative efforts of Rao and many others, UC Davis successfully launched its bachelor's degree in business last fall, an effort that was literally 30 years in the making. And Rao has elevated GSM in numerous ways, and far too many for me to list. But he was recognized by Poets and Quants last year with its Dean of the Year Award for 2025. And the publication also named GSN one of its top 10 business schools to watch. Beyond the rankings and awards, what is most important is that Rao is one of the kindest, most selfless, and most compassionate people you will ever meet. You were blessed to have him as your dean. So thank you, Rao, for your exceptional leadership of the Graduate School of Management over the last 10 years. The Chancellor and I wish you the very best. Again, congratulations to our graduates. I cannot wait to see all the good you will do in the world, and go Ags.
Thank you, Provost Krogan. It's now my pleasure to present our first student speaker from the full-time Master of Business Administration program, Hitesh Bali.
Thank you, Dean Unava. Good morning, faculty, families, friends, and class of 2026. 2 years ago, if you had asked me what success looked like, I would have answered without hesitation. A great job, a strong salary, a fast-paced growing career. Clear, straightforward, almost predictable. But standing here today, I realize how incomplete that definition was. Because GSM didn't just change what I do, it changed how I think. Like many of us, I came in with a plan, a timeline, a direction, a sense of control. And then things didn't always go that way. projects that didn't click, recruiting that tested our confidence, moments where things felt uncertain. And in those moments, something shifted. It stopped being about getting ahead. It became about figuring things out together. And that to me is what defines this class. Not just what we achieved, but how we showed up for each other. Not always in big, visible ways, but in small, consistent ones. A message before an interview, staying back to help someone out, checking in when something didn't feel right. Those moments don't show up on resume, but they are the ones that stays with you. Serving as president of ASM gave me a closer look at this. Across different programs, different backgrounds, and different goals, what stood out wasn't how different we were. It was how often people choose to support each other anyway. We didn't just build networks here, we built trust. And that changed how I understand leadership. It's not about having right title. It's about showing up. Even when you are unsure, even when you don't have the answers, and making sure the people around you don't feel like they're figuring it out alone. That's something this place teaches you quietly but consistently. Looking back, I'm grateful for more than just what went right. I'm grateful for the moments that didn't, because those are the ones that force growth. And none of this would have happened alone. I also want to take a moment to thank people who made this journey possible. To our professors, thank you for pushing us think deeper and challenge ourselves. To GSM staff and admissions team, thank you for building an environment where we could grow and feel supported. To my classmates, thank you for showing up again and again for each other. Thank you to my parents, my family, my friends, and you know who you guys are. Finally, thank you for everything you have sacrificed to get me here. None of this would have happened or possible without you. As we step into what's next, I don't think the real question is, where are we going? It's how we show up when we get there. Do we take time to understand people? Do we build things that include others? Do we define success the way that goes beyond ourselves? Because if the experience has taught us anything, it's this. Success is not just what you achieve. It's what you will build with others and who you become in that process. So class of 2026, we didn't just earn a degree. We learned how to build, how to support, how to grow together. Now it's on us to take that out into the world and leave things better than we found them. Congratulations to all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, Hitesh. It's now my pleasure to present our next student speaker from the Master of Professional Accountancy program, Mia Hildebrand.
Hello, everybody. So I've obviously been dreaming of this, and before I begin, I am going to take a 0.5 selfie. So if you could all smile real quick, that would be amazing. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Thank you, guys. Before I was a student at the Graduate School of Management, I lacked the initiative to lead. During my undergrad years at UC Davis, I often felt super small. The school was so big, and despite being surrounded by people, I felt completely alone. By my junior year, that isolation caught up to me. I had stepped away from softball, lost my sense of community, ended a relationship, and was living by myself with no real support system. I lost my confidence and became a people pleaser, putting others before myself even when it hurt. And even when I needed help, I struggled to ask for it. What changed was finally reaching out. With the support of my mom and resources at UC Davis, I slowly began to rebuild. In my final year of undergrad, I made a decision to put myself out there every single day, even when it was uncomfortable and even when it felt like I was failing. Whether it was in the gym, at school, or posting on social media, things didn't always go the way I'd hoped. Videos flopped, progress felt slow, and yes, I embarrassed myself more than once. But that's the reality. You're going to fail over and over again. What matters is that you keep showing up anyway, because eventually those small, consistent efforts turn into something meaningful, and you realize that putting yourself out there, despite the fear, is what actually moves your life forward. When I started the MPAc program at the GSM, I made a promise to myself. I was going to show up fully. I was going to chase every opportunity, say yes to everything, and build the kind of community I had been craving. So I did. I applied to be an ambassador, became a TA, joined every intramural team I could, hosted a bracelet making event, put together self-care bags, and maybe most importantly, kept our iMessage group chats alive, reminding everyone to actually show up to the functions. And for the record, accountants do know how to have fun. We're doing the Trinity tonight. I'm so excited. But more than anything, every day I made a conscious choice about how I showed up. Not just with the fire outfit, but with energy, with openness, and with a smile. Because positivity is contagious. The way we show up doesn't just impact our own experience, it shapes the people around you. Now, was I always the most locked-in student? Probably not. I'll admit there might have been a little crafting during class, but in my defense, a lot of you are walking around with keychains and friendship bracelets to prove it. And to me, that mattered. Those small moments of connection, those tiny, tangible reminders that we showed up for each other are what made this place feel like more than just a program. What made my experience at the GSM was so special was this cohort. 50 people I got to see every single day. It honestly reminded me of elementary school. You know, when you see the same faces every day and somehow they just become your people. The only difference is, instead of sitting on rainbow rugs, we were sitting in really nice swivel chairs. And somewhere between group projects, late nights, and yes, bracelet making, we didn't just earn a degree, we built a community. And that's what makes this place so special. The beauty of the GSM is in its people, in the different backgrounds, perspectives, and personalities that somehow came together and just worked. Because when I look around today, I don't just see classmates. I see future leaders, people who will go on to run companies, shape industries, and make impacts that impact far more than just a bottom line. And yes, what we learned here today gives us opportunity. It gives us influence. It puts us in rooms where real decisions are made. But what matters most is what we choose to do with that. Because the world we're stepping into isn't perfect. It's full of challenges. Division, inequality, and people who sometimes forget the impact they have on others, which is exactly why it needs us. It needs leaders who lift others up, who see beyond the numbers, and remember that people may forget your name, but never how you made them feel. So as we leave here today, carry that with you. Be present, be kind, lead with intention. Make your family proud, make your friends proud, but most importantly, make yourself proud. Because we are the future, and the way we choose to show up every single day is what will shape the world we leave behind. Thank you.
Thank you, Mia. It's now my pleasure to present our final student speaker from the Master of Science in Business Analytics program, Shruthi Khurana.
Dean, faculty, families, and my fellow graduates. I want to start with a confession. When I arrived at UC Davis GSM, I had a plan, a clear one. I had mapped out exactly what this degree would look like, the classes, the growth, the version of myself I'd be by the end. I had rehearsed this story so many times in my head, it almost felt like a memory. And then it actually started. I vividly remember my first day of orientation when I walked into a classroom in San Francisco, surrounded by people with completely different backgrounds, industries, and ways of thinking. And that's when I felt the weight of my carefully crafted plan, the real weight, the kind no plan could ever prepare you for. I think a lot of us felt that on day one. Some of us came straight from undergrad, some with a few years in industry, some from halfway across the world. We carried different dreams, different fears, different definitions of success. But the only thing that we had in common at that moment was that we had the courage to take a bet on ourselves. That feeling, that first day mix of excitement and quiet terror, I've since learned it has a name. It's called growth. And that courage, the kind we all showed up with on day one, it doesn't leave you, it only grows. The moment I felt that most clearly was during my capstone project. Our team was a genuine cross-cultural melting pot. Different countries, different disciplines, different instincts about what good work even looks like. Everyone brought something to the table that no one else could. In the past, I minimized my perspective if it felt different. But for the first time, I stopped shrinking myself to fit in. I showed up fully, and the team made space for it. I was seen for my merit, and I want every person in this room who has ever felt like an outsider looking in, every international student, every career changer, everyone who wondered if they truly belonged here to hear this. You already belong. GSM is the proof. The culture here is one where different is not a liability. Different is the whole point. What I didn't know on orientation day was that the very people who intimidated me, the ones who seemed more prepared, more polished, more certain than I felt, would become my greatest source of strength. They showed up at midnight before deadlines. They talked me through the moments I wanted to quit. They challenged my thinking in class and then sat with me over coffee to keep the conversation going. Not because they had to, but because that's the kind of people that GSM attracts. Friendships forged not in ease, but in pressure. People who compete hard, but still make the time to lift others up. Faculty who treats your half-formed ideas in office hours like it deserves a full conversation. Staff who remembers your name and asks you how the interview went. This community was never just a program. It was a choice made over and over again by everyone in it. And standing here today, I feel all of that. The pride, the gratitude, the fullness of what we've built together in this place. But graduation is not the end of uncertainty. It might even be the beginning of a sharper version of it. This year, I built things I was proud of. I applied for opportunities I wanted. I got rejections I did not expect. I rebuilt, I applied again. I am right now, honestly, in the middle of one of the most humbling stretches of my professional life, and I suspect I'm not alone in that. And yet, I am not afraid, because GSM gave us something quieter and more lasting than a degree, a confidence in our own abilities, earned through every hard moment we've pushed through. We ran the messy projects, we held our ground and changed our minds, sometimes in the same meeting. We were trained for this. We are graduating into a world being rewritten in real time. And this is not a warning, this is an invitation. So, to my fellow class of 2026, you're not walking out of here alone. You're walking out with a community that has already seen you struggle, seen you rise, and chose to stay beside you anyway. And somewhere in that community is the most meaningful professional network you will ever have. To the ones who felt like they didn't quite fit the mold, you were never meant to. You were meant to expand it. And to every person who made a bet on us, the faculty who stayed late, the families watching from these seats today, thank you. We will make it worth it. We came here with a dream, we leave with a shared purpose, and we leave together. Congratulations, class of 2026. Thank you.
Thank you, Shruthi. And I'll just go off script for a second. About 8 years ago, we were talking about commencement and commencement speaker and what is it that we need to do about it, how to organize a good commencement. We said this is about the students and we should give the most time in speeches to the students. Listening to the three speakers today and the common message that they seem to have, that it is not about us, it's about the others. That's what the GSM spirit is, and they got it exactly right. Makes me very proud and think we have made the right decision 8 years ago. Thank you to all three speakers. And let me have the pleasure of introducing Ted Reiterman, the president of Graduate School of Management's Alumni Association.
As president of the Graduate School of Management Alumni Association Board, it is my privilege to induct you as the newest member of the association. You are entering into a new phase of your lifelong relationship with the GSM. I encourage you to maintain your ties with your fellow alumni and the school by joining our EOS platform and becoming an active member of the Alumni Association. You are part of a vibrant network of talented people who share your commitment to the GSM. Congratulations on your success, and welcome to the Alumni Association.
Thank you, Ted. We will now proceed with the conferring of degrees. As part of our celebration, a professional photographer will take photos of students. We ask that you take photographs only from your seat or from the designated photo areas. Graduates, parents, and loved ones, please show consideration for all graduates and remain seated throughout the entire ceremony. The degree from the University of California attests to scholastic achievement, the traditional result of the university's fulfillment of its primary duty. But to every recipient, they mean something uniquely special. The following degrees are to be recognized today: Master of Management, Master of Science in Business Analytics, Master of Professional Accountancy, and Master of Business Administration. Will the candidates for the degree Master of Management please rise? Will the candidates for the degree Master of Science in Business Analytics please rise? Will the candidates for the degree Master of Professional Accountancy please rise? Will the candidates for the degree Master of Business Administration please rise? Provost Krogan and Dean Unova, I present the candidates for the degrees of Master of Management, Master of Science in Business Analytics, Master of Professional Accountancy, and Master of Business Administration. On behalf of the Academic Senate faculty of the Graduate School of Management, I hereby recommend to Provost Krogan and Dean Unova the awarding of these degrees to those students who have completed all degree requirements and are prepared for positions of responsibility and leadership in their respective professions.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Regents of the University of California, I confer upon you the degree Master of Management, Master of Science in Business Analytics, Master of Professional Accountancy, and Master of Business Administration.
Graduates, you may now take your seats. Thank you. Graduates, please remain seated until our staff members guide you to your row, guide your row to the stage. We will begin with the recipients of the Master of Management. Graduates, please rise. Congratulations to you and your loved ones on this outstanding achievement. Oh, whoop, sorry. Just get moving.
Master of Management.
Aaron Rivera.
Melanie Warner.
Yuqing Feng. Janine Doctor. Christopher Dominic Quizon Tom. Jenny Vasquez. Ana Maria Guitron.
Priscilla Banuelos.
Renee Stubblefield.
Ajane Ari Miller.
Babatunde Agboluaje.
Richard Owa Jr.
Brendan Christopher Mustaine.
Vincent Pena.
Francis Cerulli. Bunying Sui.
Tarun Gautam. Harshit Yadav. Emmanuel Adewumi Durojaiye. Ivan Joaquin Sablan.
Elijah Simonson.
Hunter James Ridley.
Justin Claxton.
Rowan Charles Barnes. Sierra Beatrice Munns. Delaney Ann James.
Irene Ju.
Zihing Wang.
Madeline Abigail Gleason.
Madison Christine Cackley.
Cassie Cook.
Kinley Lindhart. Micah Bertens Deckart. Shayna Ross.
Helen Matthews.
Ella Ertiltova. Megan Chandler Norris.
Darrell Smith Porter.
Arman N. Nanji. Kalani Riddick. Grant Raymond Harper.
Nathaniel Ruchina. Josiah Allen.
Nicole Batson. Jacob Syke. Marina Tufale.
Xin Huang. Annette Diana Martinez.
Sammy Bagg. Master of Professional Accountancy. Devin Benson.
Richard New Lee. Randeep Singh Gosal. Christopher A. Ngan.
Jay Jong.
Kimmy O.
Justine Wing Yi Law.
James Lau. Timothy Trin. Aria Wu.
Jason Liu. Franco Kong. Derek Hong.
Shiji Shin.
William C. Lucas. Alex Edmund Samano.
Yung Tang Chang. Mia Catherine Hildebrand. Emma Madeline Jolly. Katya Jane Foman. Claire Galerkin.
Joseph Lenning.
John Reisner.
Samantha Aguilar Morales.
Melissa Mendez. Rosh McBilly Lucero Walsh. Ashfaq Bata. Jelena Tren. Christiane Chan. Kang Lu.
Lindsay Kocher. Veronica Elizabeth Murillo.
Audrey Tang. Alex Nigro. Sahir Armir. Karaninder Shergill, Vasagam Radhakrishnan,
Thomas L. Morris, Andrea Hayes,
Priscilla Alejandra Arias Rolon,
Clarissa Marie McCaspach,
Annika Guo, Karanveer Singh Gill,
Riley Sweet, Allison Kelly-Herr,
Rishita Dwivedi, Aditi Fansalkar,
Master of Business Administration.
Matthew Ashcroft Newton,
Nathan June Kit Ho, Maya Chetanich, Eric Daniel Lim, Jose Aguilar, Joseph A. Zach, William Runkle, Sanat Jawad Corey, Chris Canis, Daniela Iliani Fuentes Ramirez, Brandon Thomas Kilbride, Kyle Charles Ormiston, John R. Perez,
Kia Nush Salari,
Andy Au,
Richard Sang-Woo Lee.
Chris Navid Mustafavi, Sean Carter Sandal, Yvonne Cabuoro, Khosrow Faiz, Zarita Johnson, Billy Duong, Brianna Shu, K. Hong Nguyen, Yeji Seo, Leslie Fregoso Perez, Hiyu Terrence Wynn, Isher Preet Kaur, Christian James Hayes, Riley Ellen Voorhees, Ton Quang Lee, Mia Nguyen, Mitch Foreman, Shaheen Afag. Tyra N. Hovden.
Alexandra Harms.
Chris Wei Chow. Kaya Perez.
Tyson M. Walton. Nicholas H. Jones.
Zakari Wahid. Carla Hannah Molina. Yasmarie Santana Rivera. Raymond Ma. Mary Hamidi.
Jessica Marie Nayera. Jeff Schwartzman.
Brian Paul Gaffey.
Michael Hicks.
Joshimar J. Johnson.
Jessica Yamahiro. Ife C. Nebe.
Rennie E. Arake.
Vinupama Godavarthi.
Artem Margulis.
Mohammed Saad Dhamra.
Lisa Marie Jones. Angelica Reamer Ugto Sereno.
Ashley Kung.
Kanisha Patel.
Jessica Mackenzie Poirier.
Rachel Yates.
Harpreet Bangar. Yi Jung. Raynette Gaston Boerema.
Amy June Batten.
Bonnie Self. Dylan Abelson.
Marges Nicole Nicolas Germono. Jaylene Nicole Hernandez. Allison N. Griffiths.
Lauren M. Roundtree.
Esmeralda M. Lozano. Gabriel Michael Siha. Christian Carrillo Castillo. Ka Xiong.
Alana Danielle Pine.
Haris Alam. Hossam Hassani.
J.D. Garay.
Michelle Alaman Ignacio. Venkata Vinay Kumar Pandela. Romeo Kandal.
Oyindamola M. Odun Morayo. Jacinta Arnold.
Carolyn Grubely. Nabarjun Vashist. Maiku Tao. Mariana de Lema Freitas.
Cole R. Gleason. Victor Lei Pang.
Love Kumar Alaparthi. Aishwarya Ravindra Dwivedi. Neha Ravindranath Shirsekar. Preeti Rumde. Disha Gupta. Natalie Webster. Rajat Raj Jha. Shabdita Parikh.
Shatswa Bhargav.
Ashmita Kumar. Shubhi Gupta. Abhishek Singh. Hitesh Bali. Shivang Goyal. Kaustubh Chaturvedi. Sara Nazari.
Muhammad Hamad.
Adeyemi Olalemi. Hojin Lee. Olga R. Novoa Cipriani. Yoon Jinwon. Kina Gina Brescia. Nico Rochak.
Mitchell Dixon.
Mark Ragil Velarde Javier.
Juliet Patrice Wheelock. Kyle N. Lewis.
Asim M. Hosnine. Aniket Gondaze.
Marissa Picard.
Dinesh Chowdhury Nedam. Vivek Gohil.
Miguel Soler.
Mohammed Shahed Reza. Ali M. Golistani. Ryan Alop Advincula.
Daniel T. Manonchin. Roshan Singh Ball.
Miranda Noel King.
Courtney Mae Collins.
Stephanie Martinez Gallegos. Sydney Kushida Paulus. Marisol Ibarra Buzlama.
Kimberly Elaine Fox.
Brian Tauser. Grant Scruggs.
Timothy Joseph Blumenthal.
Taylor Tay Fan.
Eddie Ramirez.
Robin Svensson.
Nilofer Ibrahim Kel.
Nathan Daniel Lamer. Ethan Hanohano.
Gilbert Lara.
Francis Kwong Hua. Mohammed Ismail Daoud.
Kang Martin.
Dr. Uma Srivatsa. Su Yi Lee Alex.
Noel Blaylock Reese. Amanda Lee McNabb Meyer.
Nathaniel Mills.
Timothy Ryan Brooks. Jason Bartus.
Janani Kumar.
Harsharan Kaur.
Soleiman Karim.
Fadi Bekit.
Coretta Dishman.
Dr. Alexis Marie Hudson.
Alina May Luke.
Alexis Marie Rangel.
Xander White.
Luis Ramirez.
Kieran Konda.
Lorena Zamora.
Samiksha Nehra.
Celine T. Rodriguez Escudero. Wafa Zakaria Al-Khatib.
Shulin Wu Madrid.
Ariana Ofog. Ian Leon. Henry Seychelle. Zampia Irini Fitro.
Michael Arteaga. Bryant Yu.
Matthew D. Huang.
Likith Nandigam. Yared F. Wolda Mariam. Wilmer Chu.
Nathan P. Bernard.
Koji Hasagawa.
Rushikesh Chowdhury.
Caitlin Lynn Mong.
Master of Science in Business Analytics.
Jennifer Tran.
Logan Garcia.
Pei Xin Anita Zhang.
Rain Man Wing Yu. Udita Sanyal Saha. Wei Mi Liao. Larry Martin Pastor. Rohan Kumar.
Nasim Ali. Gayatri V.
Ria Elizabeth.
Samyukta Ashok Kumar. Priyanka Nayar.
Shruthi Khurana. Tolendi Tastebay.
Miriam Shenofi.
Preksha Raval.
Jashyat Singh.
Jacob Kohler Renison.
Saurav Kanegankar. Amal Farhad. Nityan Vemuri. Abdurrahman Kazi.
Tim Huang.
Ian Huang. Viraj Gandhi.
Aditya Agrawal. Sarang Ambalakat.
Aishwarya Srivastava.
Vaishali Venkatesh Hiraradi.
Prakar Anand.
Nima Hejazi. Alexander Shi.
Vedant Tiwari.
Tanmay Kalakuri. Spencer Holsinger.
George Zavala.
Asher Rudy Broom.
Isha Mehta. Akansha Akash Totre. Shivnil Diraj Prasad. Shalika V. Takalapali.
Niti Chirag Patel.
Vedika Shetty. Ritika Garg. Naga Swapna Kanala.
Aditi B. Akshara. Sriya Mitra.
Chichiang Sun.
Rue Wong.
Hao Wu. Talha Amin. Ruyang Sun. Linyu Tian.
Wenjing Duan.
Yvonne Sheng. Xiaofeng. Saliha Aşkın Sönmez. Sheena Ray Ryan.
Arshnor Bhatia.
Xiangjia Ma.
Yang Qianying.
Jiayao Zhang. Hanzhi Wang. Boda Zhu.
Hao Tian Li. Ziwa Wang.
Sue.
Graduates, please rise. Congratulations to you and your loved ones on this outstanding achievement. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2026. Will the audience please rise and remain in place until the recessional is complete? This commencement will end with the singing of the university alma mater, Hail to California, followed by the recession of the stage party, faculty, and lastly, the graduates. This 2026 commencement of the Graduate School of Management is hereby concluded. Thank you.